Gentlemen, and here we go. This is a catchweight contest scheduled at 73 kilograms. Three-minute rounds. Let me welcome your fighters again. Firstly, fighting out of the red corner. He comes with a record of 4 wins and 3 defeats. Representing next generation, it is Adam Cullen. And now to face him over in the blue corner. He comes with a perfect record of 2 fights, 2 wins, representing Parada MMA, it is Bert Jenkins!
Hey Bert.
With your referee, Mr. Paul Crossley.
Catchweight competition here, 73 kilograms, sorry. The amateur mixed martial arts rule set. Adam Cullen, 4-2 from Next Gen, fighting out of the red corner. The black trunks with yellow gloves, taking on Bert Jenkins, 2-0, Parada MMA. Also in the black trimmed with white shorts, the Fumetsu. Jenkins is known to finish and finish quick. His 2 wins have come from 2 first-round submissions.
I mean, Adam's jiu-jitsu, Adam's wrestling is one of his strong suits. They've both come out of the blocks here. Adam's doing the right thing, he's passing the leg, he's taking the choke away from Bert at the minute, but you can tell Bert knows what he's doing.
Like I said, Bert in his last 2 finished both fights in the first round via submission, but Adam been there in that cage 6 times. Yeah. Not much he won't have seen by now.
No, I mean the only 2 losses he's got, he's been caught in exactly the same thing. So I think he's learned from his mistakes. He's practicing dropping down to 70 kg, and he's obviously the boys are trying at the catch weight at 73 now. But I mean he's shown his dominance. He's on top at the minute. He's controlling Bert, even though Bert's working. They're both working, but not that much is happening just yet, you know. But Adam's got back up, he's looking for a bit of ground and pound.
What Adam's doing though is staying patient. He gets a good position, he maintains, he holds.
Yep.
Bert never stays still, keeps moving.
He's not making it easy for Adam to pass his guard. Adam's just trying to pass that leg, and he's finally passed.
See, again, you know, if he starts to push his man up into the cage again, that's when I'd be screaming for the knees to the body.
Oh, well, he's listening to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Adam Cullen. But, you know, this is a great position.
I mean, what it's looking like is there's going to be a grappling match with strikes, you know what I mean? These 2 are very, very comfortable being here. And like you say, Adam will be taking his time to let these shots go, or to let the sub go, but Bert looks like he's a skilled operator on the floor, and he's really comfortable being here. He's not flapping like a fish, or like sometimes you see a fish out of water when you're only two fights in as an amateur, like in previous fights we've seen tonight. But he's doing well here. Just watch that arm, Adam.
Especially, you know,
at the minute, Bert's putting Adam in positions he's probably not used to being inspired in.
Kimura lock there almost.
I think Adam's going to... Adam has got that Kimura look really on the telly. Hey.
He's stepped over as well. Yeah. Is he going to be able to crank that arm back?
Something that Adam will be taking from confidence from the end of this fight, from the end of this round, is his 2 losses have come from arm bars on that arm. Well done, Adam, lad. Sorry for me bias there.
You know, at least you can be, you know, when you're watching teammates, people that you train with, people that, you know,
that lad's
yeah, it's got to be hard.
Day. Yes, but like I say, he's just got through his. He's been put in that compromising situation and been caught out twice before. So what he's just proved at the end of the round is, sweet, I know what I'm doing now. He's weathered the storm, and it's going to feel different for both lads fighting at this weight. Are we going to see a little bit more? Is the gas tank going to go a little bit? Because have they cut more? Have they cut more in the right way or in the wrong way? This is what we'll see. But I think it's going to start off exactly the same way, from being honest. The beginning of the last round was amazing in terms of pace. They both flew out the traps at each other with really good boxing.
You think that if Bert wants this on the ground this time, he wants perhaps a change of positions. He wants to be the one in top position. Yeah,
100%. I don't think Bert's got the wrestling that might take Adam down. We'll soon see. I think he's more comfortable fighting off his back. And I think Adam's a bit more aggressive on top, but we'll see if that changes now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, exactly the same way as the first round.
Not even the pretense of a touch of gloves. We're going to start with 2 hard leg kicks each.
Yeah.
Adam now.
Do you know what? It's really hard not to coach him through this round, but he's taking the centre. He's looking for the hands there. I think he's going to enjoy these shots. Bert smiling. He's having a good time himself on the back foot. Lovely kick coming forward, but he keeps going back in straight lines. And again,
I thought almost a clash of heads there, almost on the takedown, but
those wrestlers are used to that, aren't they, Steve? So, how many corners go through there? Yeah, Bert's going to look to get Adam off him, really. He should be pushing his head away, creating frames and looking to get up, which he probably is. He's looking to do that. Adam will be looking to either take the back, or he's just going to stay in there for a minute, have a little breather, and then start like that and throw the shots.
Yeah, every time he starts landing shots, Jenkins has to move, has to react, and that's what Adam's waiting for.
I thought he's going to get that hook in there. You can see in that case in point that Bert is a jiu-jitsu boy. He was happy to stay there, and instead of Adam taking the back and putting his hooks in, he looked to get to side control, which is more of a wrestling position.
Yeah.
But I can see probably, again, the rest of the round is going to play out from this position. It's a hard place to to move from when two fighters and opponents are comfortable just being sat there.
So what Bert's got to be careful. He turns too much. Adam will step over, take the back, right?
So Bert's kind of showing a little bit too much of his back, and I think he should be looking to turn in and get up that way. But Adam could be passing the leg down, stepping over the mountain. He could be working knee on belly, but he's comfortable where he is. He's enjoying, but he needs to watch them knees, because I think.
Well, I was going to scream. I was going to yell. I mean, the knees to the body, but what Bert's doing is when he turns onto his hip, those knees are giving him a bit to go into the back, and the referee saying you can't strike there. So,
but he's exposed himself to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And again, Adam Cullen. People might say, "Oh, they've not allowed." This has just been control. Yeah. Never really looked in trouble.
No, when it's standing, he's got the cleaner strikes and the pressure stepping forward. And then when it's on the floor, Bert very active off the bottom. He's looking for submissions. And he's
going for the knee.
Yeah, he's looking for the knee. But unfortunately, you're not allowed to. I don't know if he's looking for it. You're not allowed them. That was in the rules meeting that I listened to. He's looking for a heel hook there.
But again, this is a round that Cullen has controlled where the fight takes place, has controlled the position, has had to fend off 1 or 2 submission attempts while controlling and landing shots of his own. Pretty hard not to give the round to him, pretty hard not to have him 2 up at the moment.
Yeah, I see him at 2 up. You've got Rimmer coming in that lovely Molly McCann fitted jacket that you can see on the telly. When you've got someone like Rimmer and Ellis in the corner, they tell you exactly what you need to do, nice and calm. And the same in Bert, they look like they're not adding that pressure on him, like you're gonna have to go out and finish me. Don't be pulling to your back. Don't be fighting off your back. Go and get that knockout. Go and get that submission. That's what I think he'll be getting told now to do. And I think we are going to see fireworks for the first minute of this round. I don't think he's going to.
Just because you are comfortable fighting off your back doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
I don't. It's so tough in today's, especially in today's MMA, to win a fight from the back.
100%, Steve. I think it's going to start a very similar way to the previous 2 rounds here, and I think Bert's going to have to stand up and come a little bit more.
Yeah. Do you think? Third verse. Oh, nice low leg kick, but in on the single leg there, and. Great takedown D from Cullen. It bounces off the cage.
I mean, Bert was looking, lovely.
Oh, like a weevil.
Yeah, I mean, Bert was looking for the takedown and really caught Cullen off guard then, and Adam's done well. Bert nearly got the finish. Adam posted again, but he's been locked down a little bit here.
Great takedown defense from Cullen. Nice knee to the body again there. I can't say that enough.
Yeah. I think he's looking for the arm, yeah. I think he's looking for the...
Well, you know, if you're gonna beat an undefeated fighter who's won all their fights by submission, doing it by submission's the way to go.
Yeah, 100%. You can hear Bert's corner team now, get off your back. He knows that he's using his imagination. He's trying to bump up the wall. He's trying to do everything, but it's hard to get up when you've got a wrestler pressing you down.
And because it's not just wrestling, you got to beware of the submission attempts as well. Whenever he tries to move, he's got to be careful of that next submission attempt coming in.
100%. Look, I think he's looking for a north-south chokehold. He's going to bump up on this Kimura.
He's stepped over that head. And
he's searching for that arm. He's setting the grip.
There it is.
He's got it there. Well done, son.
And there's the tap. Beautiful Kimura finish for Adam Cullen.
Go on, son. Yeah!
Breaks that 2-fight losing skid. Yeah. Moves to 5-3, and does so against an undefeated man. You go and have a word with him. That's a young man happy with himself, happy with that performance. He looked like he was working for that in the last round. Found the arm this time.
I mean, I've seen him have his arm hyperextended, sitting right here commentating. I've seen him in the Echo Arena, exactly the same thing. And if we watch the finish, the second he was on it, he was not letting that Kimura go.
See that little grimace?
Bert was holding on till he couldn't hold no more, but I'm not sure if he's popped his shoulder there, but that's so... This lad works night shifts. He comes straight to the gym, no messing, no moaning, puts a 2-3 hour shift in, and he does it. This is his just reward.
Ladies and gentlemen, can't put your hands together for both these warriors in the cage.
Great win for Adam Cullen there.
After 1 minute and 42 seconds of the third and final round, your winner by submission, Kimura in the blue corner. In the red corner, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Cullen.